bum bum da 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 bum bum da. Good morning, my beautiful party people. Today I am starting the reading vlog for the book How Lucky. This was book of the month for May 2021, and from what I can tell, there is a young man, Daniel, who is disabled because of a degenerative disease. And he calls it SMA. Sorry guys, I just woke up. SMA, so I gotta look it up and see like what the actual title of it is. But he lives with this degenerative disease, and because his routine is very strict, like he does the same thing every day, just like for his health and to have some control over his life, he ends up seeing a girl get kidnapped outside of his house. And I think at the time he doesn't know it's a kidnapping until like missing posters start showing up. So I think it is about him kind of being involved in this girl's case and going from there. I'm not really sure, but it looks interesting. I am excited to start it. It's set in the South, so that also draws me to it because we all know Monique and I are from the South. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this book and we'll see how it goes. Just wanna say, if you have a policeman coming over to your house to take a statement about what you saw, and suspiciously there have been weird muddy boot prints on your porch and in your kitchen for the past 2 days in a row, would we not want to report that to the police? Asking for a friend. Okay guys, I'm officially halfway through How Lucky. It's very interesting right now. Okay, so first of all, I looked up some of the information. The author does not have SMA. Did I look up what SMA means? No, I haven't gotten that far. Like, that would be crazy. So I still don't know what SMA means. I know it's a degenerative degenerative muscle, one of those disease. And I just don't know if I like the author's tone in this book so far. The main character is supposed to be around my age, and it just seems like the references and the way that it's written is like placing him to be much older by like at least 10 years, I want to say. I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like maybe the author wanted to have a main character that was having these references and having these like quick little like things, but because the main character has SMA, it's not projected that, you know, he will necessarily live to be past a certain age. So I think he aged down the main character for that. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but it's just a little strange to me, the writing style. There's also this interesting thing that he's doing with the dialogue. So the main character, he was in an accident many years ago, and basically with SMA, if you like hurt something on yourself after a certain amount of time, because it's a muscle. Oh, I think that's the thing that I'm listening to on YouTube. Okay, I'm doing sprints on my computer, an old sprint from Cami from Burrows and Books, and I literally thought it was an animal at my door. Anyway, okay, so because this is like a muscle degenerative disease, basically if you hurt yourself past a certain point, like your muscles don't come back from that. So like when normal people would sprain their ankle, obviously you heal from that and then like your ankle is fine. But people who have SMA, apparently once they sprain something or once they break something, because the muscles, you know, are like basically an atrophy, it like doesn't come back. So the main character like busted his jaw like a couple of years ago, so he can't talk anymore because those muscles never healed properly. So he does this thing with all of the characters where he does like a brain to brain thing, and I don't know what kind of writing that is, because this is not a fantasy. The main character doesn't have powers or anything, but he basically communicates with people via telepathy. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. And then the age thing, like the author's voice, like I'm not sure how I feel yet. This is supposed to be like kind of a thriller, and I think we just got the beginnings of the thrilling part of the book. It's halfway through the book. I'm at page 140, and we're finally getting a little bit more into the mystery. But I'm like, this took so long to get into this like mystery aspect. So I'm gonna keep reading and we're gonna see how it goes. If something crazy happens, I'll check in before the end of the book, but that's That's what I'm feeling so far. I don't know how I feel about the author writing about a disability but not having the disability. I don't know. I'm sure he did a lot of research, but I'm just not sure he quite nailed it. Like, I'm not quite sure this is, like, how would I feel? It seems a little, I don't want to throw things around, but it seems like a little ableist, some of the things that he's saying. Also, he used the R word and, like, you know, I don't know. Am I being sensitive? You guys tell me. I'm just like, why did you have to do that? I don't know. I just feel like you can get your point across without having to say that. Anyway, it just seems like an old way of doing things. Okay. Anyway, all right. So that's how I feel. I'm gonna continue on, keep doing these sprints with Cammie's channel, and see how I feel. I'm hoping that I can finish this book tonight. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 9:51 p.m.
Can I read 140 pages in 2 hours? Absolutely. Okay, cool. So I am gonna try and finish this tonight if I don't fall asleep, because that's the only thing that would, you know, keep me from not finishing this book tonight, because I'm very, very tired. But anyway, okay, I'm rambling. I'm gonna go. Okay, y'all, I had to switch because I had to come and turn off the reading sprints that I was listening to. Okay, so plot twist. Actually, it's not even a plot twist. Hey Google, what time is it?
10:58 p.m.
That's how long it took me to read this book. I don't even know how much time that was. What was it, like 40 minutes? I don't even know. Guys, plot twist again. I gave this book a 2-star rating. I was literally at a 2.5, and then it just continued being so not good. Yeah, so it's 2 stars. It's my new favorite 2-star book. Oh my god. Okay, so I figured it out. It's the language that the author uses to move the plot and, like, describe things in the book and build the character, like build the main character, because the thing with the main character is he doesn't talk out loud. So a lot of his dialogue is like inner dialogue, which is fine, but the thing where he's like doing I feel like I'm saying that weird. Telepathy? No, that's how you say it. Okay. Anyway, the thing where he's doing that, that's already a little strange, because he's having full paragraph conversations with other people via telepathy. Okay, so that's happening. And then the whole vibe of the book is like, I guess I can't give that away. I don't want it to be a spoiler, but the whole thing of the book is that the guy is like so lucky to just be alive, you know? And that's cool. That's a good message, but I don't know. Okay, and then the major like plot thing, like the major conflict that happened, it was like really underwhelming. I don't really know how else to describe it without like giving it away, but like when I read it, I was just like, are you serious? You know what I mean? Like, are you serious? So anyway, and it just seems like extra stupid. Not like, oh my god, this was so dumb, even though like maybe that's how I felt. It just seemed extra dumb in the decisions that the characters made. Exactly what I said. If you see mud on your front porch and like you know that there's like maybe a killer that is out here around in your neighborhood, wouldn't you think you should tell the police that? Anyway, there are just like a lot of things like that in the book that really just did not make sense to me. So anyway, and then the end, the very, very end, like if y'all ever read this book, the last 2 lines, I really was like, okay. It really is annoying to me. And I'm like, is this ableist? I need to know. Like, I'm gonna go back and just look at it again. I don't know. It's just really interesting to have a book written by someone who is not disabled at all, trying to talk through a lens of a disabled person. It's like very interesting to me, and I'm not sure if it's accurate. I don't know if it is. Maybe somebody feels like this out there, but I don't know. I just don't think I liked it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. So anyway, do with that what you will. It's a 2-star for me. I don't think it had much story. I don't know, the concept of it was good. Like the premise of it was interesting. It was an interesting premise, but it's just the execution was not good. And that's what I'm gonna settle on. Okay, so that's it. That's how lucky. It's a 2-star for me. There's not really much more I want to say about it without giving away everything in the plot. So yeah, guys, okay, that's it. We're done. Finally, I can put it on my shelf. I'm gonna move on. What will I read next? I'm not sure, but I'll check in with you in a little bit. This book. Oh my god. Okay, y'all. So update. yesterday was my first day on this like location set. So I read half of the Maidens and I wanted to give you guys an update, a 50% update, because I'm trying to make this more vloggy for y'all, so y'all aren't just like seeing me in my room. But I am going to be on the set for 3 days, so I have 2 more days. And I figured I would give you a little update, maybe try and get some footage of like going to the place, because I can't actually show you guys the set. That would put me in a legal situation, but I can show you guys kind of like the going there and leading up to the actual set. So anyway, also before you ask me what set it was, I can't tell you that either. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the Maidens. I am really enjoying this book. From reading The Silent Patient, I know that something cuckoo bananas is going to happen in this book that I'm not really expecting. So there are kind of 3 characters right now that Alex is trying to get us to suspect, or really, actually, let me go back. There's one character that for sure Alex wants us to think is the murderer. And like, I get it, it makes sense, but also I'm like, there are these 2 other characters that are really crazy, and I'm like, what's the purpose? You know what I mean? Because in these books, or in, you know, The Silent Patient, every character had a purpose. It's not just like frou-frou like stuff that he mentions, you know? So there are these 2 other characters. One is like kind of a love interest to our main girl, Michaela. I'm gonna have to go back. I don't remember her name. Something, I think. Mariana. So there's one that's like a love interest and one that is like her patient. Both seem a little weird. Like, the patient is clearly off his hinges. The love interest, I just don't trust it. I'm like, why are you here? You know? Either to be murdered or to be the murderer. That's what I think. Right now I have 3 suspects. I'm halfway through. It kind of started picking up at the 30% point. So if you guys start it and you guys are like, wow, this is kind of slow, like, why am I even reading this? It picks up at 30%, which is, you know, generally when books start to pick up. I'm enjoying it. Currently, I think it's sitting at like a 4.5 if I had to rate it at the halfway mark. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish it on set today, because we had an 11-hour day yesterday, and a lot of it is like sitting around waiting for shots to be set up. So I'm gonna get some reading in. You guys ask, you know, how do I read so many books? This is literally it. You know, I just sit around and read, and then I go and be on set when I gotta be on set. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get some shots for you guys so you guys can see the aesthetic, and that's my update. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this in my car update. I don't know, I hope you guys are having a good day. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye. Okay guys, how funny is this? I got all that stuff from being on set, which wasn't even really that much stuff, and I only read maybe like 10 more pages because the second and third day of shooting was so freaking busy. It was like 16-hour days, and it's why I sound so crazy right now, because my voice just can't handle it, obviously. So anyway, we're gonna stop talking about that and start talking about the Maidens. So some crazy stuff is happening since the last time I talked to you guys, in just the 10 pages since, it might be 20 pages, I'm not really sure. But like, some stuff is going down. We're realizing that it's a lot deeper than we thought it is, and really I think they're doing this book a disservice in the description, because I feel like there's honestly so much more happening in this book than we even initially thought was going to be happening. So it's about to get crazy. I know that we're gearing up to literally just go full speed until the end of this book. So I am going to read the rest of that book right now because today's my day off and I want to finish it because we're just moving right along. This is exactly how I felt with The Silent Patient. I was like, after a certain point, I was like, what is happening? And it's about to be crazy in the end. I know it is. Let me get to that book because I have so many questions. And I'm writing them in my bullet journal. But yeah, I've got a lot of questions and I need them to be answered immediately. All right, see you in a little bit. Y'all, we just had a little crossover from The Silent Patient. What's happening right now? I think this book would have happened, I guess, before The Silent Patient, which is so interesting because I'm like, oh, what happened in that book, like concerning other characters? I can't remember. So funny. I literally just wrote in my bullet journal, I was like, who the f is Theo Faber? Because that name sounds so familiar, and it ended up being the main psychologist in The Silent Patient. So, wow. That's my laundry. Can you guys tell I'm doing laundry today? Yeah, so wow, what a time to be alive. I'm currently 100 pages out. So we're getting to the nitty gritty. I love a good crossover. That was cool. I like that. Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so I've officially finished The Maidens. I was like, what did I finish? If you guys were on our Friday Night Live, you guys saw this exact outfit and you saw my little band-aid, and you can notice that all of my clothes have been put away. I just stuttered real hard, and there's Sherman in the back. So what is he doing? Monkey? Monkey? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, he's a crazy. All right, so The Maidens, guys, what a phenomenal book, okay? I think I'm resting somewhere between a 4 and a 4.5, you know, because I knew that something crazy was going to happen, and I just didn't know what it was going to be, and I'm really liking, sorry, Monique's texting me. I'm really liking his writing style. Like, I really love the psychological thriller aspect with the psychology and the Greek kind of like mythology, the Greek notes, like the Greek history that woven into there. I'm loving the setting. I'm loving that it's set in London and the fact that it is interwoven with The Silent Patient. It's happening around the same time. Like, I don't even know if he meant to do that long term. Like, when he wrote The Silent Patient, I don't think he was like, yes, I'm gonna write a whole series like this, but like, wow, what a fun time. So anyway, I really enjoyed The Maidens. Like, top tier, pretty good. What else can I say? I'm gonna say read it. If you like psychological thrillers, mystery thrillers, definitely read this book. I highly recommend. So that is it for that reading vlog. So I think we are going to move on to our next book. I'm actually not going to start one tonight. I'm going to start a different one tonight, but I will check in with you guys because I have to read it. I have to read it this weekend. So I'll check in with you guys and let you know what that book is in the next clip. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, my little baby bugs, guess what time it is? It's time to read Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian. This is the final book of the month book that I'm going to be reading for this vlog. So I'm really excited. I believe it's a King Arthur retelling. The last King Arthur retelling I read was Legendborn. It was really good. This one I think is from the POV of the Lady of the Lake. I think that's who this is. Was that a spoiler? I hope not. I'm gonna keep it spoiler free. I'm gonna keep it, you know, try and keep it PG. You know how it goes though sometimes when it gets really crazy. This book is, you guys know when you're like trying to flip to the back and you kind of see some of the words and you're like, wait a minute, did I just spoil myself? It's 430 pages. So we're hoping to get a good chunk of it done today. If not, get it all done today if it's just spectacular and amazing and I can zoom through it. So that's where I'm at, and I will check in a little bit. Excuse me, I feel like I've been doing 50% check-ins, but maybe it's because stuff has not been like really crazy happening. I don't know, we'll see. It might be 50%, it might be before. Let's just read the book, we'll see how it goes, and yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, see you guys in a little bit. Surprise. Okay, I hope it's not too loud because of the plane, but that's not doing anything. There we go. Wow, where are we? We're in Kansas. We're in Kansas City right now. I am finishing Half Sick of Shadows. on this plane ride. So I'm on page 73. I'm gonna check in at the halfway point. But yeah, you guys are gonna get some like travel vlog updates. So that's where we're at, everybody. I'm also gonna have some similar clips in my NetGalley vlog as well, because I'm finishing up 2 NetGalley books today. Who am I? Just a person with a lot of time to read on a plane. So yeah, that's what's up. That's what's going on right now. I will check in probably when we land at our next destination, which will be Atlanta for me. So I'll probably check in there because I am assuming I'll have at least 50% of this done by then. So yeah, guys. All right. That's it. That's all I got for now. I will talk to you in a little bit. Also, don't I look really cool? No one's on the plane except for that lady behind me. So don't worry, guys. I am being safe with my mask. Hey guys, okay, so I've officially arrived at my parents' house. I am sitting in my old room, which out of context looks like ketchup and mustard. So half sick of shadows. I didn't get a chance to do a halfway update because we got our plane delayed. So that means I was not able to update at Atlanta airport because I was running to my gate like a psycho to try and get here on time because my parents live in the middle of nowhere, and if I missed that flight I would be staying in Atlanta tonight. So anyway, I made it to page 295. I just want to say, when I first started this book, guys, I truly was not sure, right? Because it's a King Arthur retelling. I'm not even sure if I even told you guys, like today has been a crazy mess, but it's a King Arthur retelling, and like retellings, I like them if they are like completely pretty much different than the original tale and they only have slight hints of the tale. You know what I mean? Like if it's a complete retelling that's just completely different, you know, but still has the same characters, but like maybe a new perspective, or like, you know, something attached to the myth that we maybe never saw before, you know, some unmasking, then I really like retellings. And at first, when I first started this, guys, I was not sure. I was like, ooh, I don't know if I like this, because it basically is like the origin story of King Arthur and, you know, his Knights of Camelot and Morgana. And if you guys are into that mythology, into, you know, the tale of Excalibur and things like that, then you're probably gonna love this book. The way that I'm saying it, it makes me sound like I don't like that kind of stuff. I actually love King Arthur. I love that story. I think it's so interesting. And the way that Laura Sebastian has wrote this book, it's like a completely different perspective that I don't think I've ever read before. It's told from the perspective of Elaine, which if you guys are familiar with the tale, you'll know who that is. I don't want to give away too much because I don't want to spoil it in case you guys haven't read it or you don't, you know, want to know anything about it. But it's told from her perspective. The way that she wrote these characters, guys, it's unmatched for a retelling. Like, it's very good. And it's just so crazy to me because it's a whole new take on these characters, like these characters that I know so well and love so much. And it's just so good. Like, usually, you know, you read about Merlin and you're like, oh, we like Merlin. He's this old funky dude. Like, he's a magician, you know, he's really old. I already said old, but sorry guys, it's like 12 o'clock. I'm really tired. But like in this retelling, you're like, do we like Merlin? Or like, do we not like Merlin? You know what I mean? So it just is very cool to have a different perspective of this like classic tale, and to have a whole entire like love perspective. Like, You know, we're usually always getting the Gwen and King Arthur POV and how they like came together. And we have like a whole new thing in this one, and I'm like living for it. I'm like, wow. You know, is the main character annoying me still because she won't accept her feelings? Of course, you know, of course. But all that to say, this is just so good, and it makes me love this story so much more, and I want more. We're 100 pages out, and the way that it kind of is being told right now is, I think it's being told from the POV of Elaine, and she is telling the story. So in present time, she's like telling the story of what happened, right? And so we'll go back to like the main storyline, and then in that main storyline, we also jump back to specific instances that she remembers as she is saying. This makes it sound a freaking Titanic tale where like an old lady is throwing her stuff in the ocean and she's telling a story. It's not like that, okay? It's very good, sucks you in. I will say that, like I said, when I first started it, I was a little iffy. I was like, oh, page 50, what's happening? You know, what's going on? But I'm telling you, if you like King Arthur, you like retellings, this is the book for you. It is so fun. It's like a whole new twist on this tale, and I'm just living for Gwen's backstory. Like, I'm living for Lancelot, I'm living for Arthur, I'm living for Morgana, I'm living for Elaine. I love a good backstory, okay? I love a good character development. And the great thing is it's leading up to all the craziness that happens in the King Arthur tale. And like, if you know that story, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm like, stuff's about to happen. And I can't tell if it's gonna be if she's gonna have another book possibly, or if it's just gonna end with this, because there's only 100 pages left, but I feel like there's still so much more she can delve into with these characters. And I'm just like, what's going on? Okay, so my point in all this is I'm gonna finish this tonight. I only have 100 pages, so I will check in at the end and we'll see if I still like it. I'm hoping that I do. I'm liking what I have read so far. It's very cool, and this story is just so tragic in most ways, and it's just, that's also another reason why I don't like reading it, because I'm like, ooh, we know what's gonna happen, love, betrayal, all this kind of crazy stuff. And it's just so cool to see these characters be friends, to see how they became friends and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying it. So okay, I'm gonna get off. I've been ranting, but that's what's going on with me right now. I made it. Me and my giraffe, we thank you for being in this vlog. Okay, I'm gonna go. Y'all, I'm stressed out. I'm stressed. We have literally like 40 pages left. And there's a tournament happening right now. And I'm stressed out. And I don't know if I can keep reading. I don't know. Okay. I'm sorry. I just really want my guy to win. And he just got hurt. And now I'm like, is this gonna be that kind of book? I thought we were doing well. Now I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, 40 pages, guys. I'm gonna read them right now. Oh my god. There's the best red tint because of these super cute red curtains. Maybe if I go away. Nope, I still look red. Okay, let's just open this up for a second. There we go. Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so I still have 40 pages left because after last night, I got to a part where I was like, ooh, some stuff's about to go down. So, surprise, you're gonna see a little bit more of my traveling to my family's vacation spot. But yeah, so I'm gonna read the rest of Half Sick of Shadows in the car today. I will update you guys. It's getting good though, it's getting good. I don't know how it's gonna happen. You know, I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm a little nervous. But yeah, I'll update you in a little bit. That's the tea. Okay, let's go. Dad, which one of these should I get? Point to it. Well, that one I'm already getting.
Oh, well, I've heard of this one. I haven't heard of that one.
Perfect. This one matches the other one I bought. So we'll get these two. Okay. Okay, guys. So we just went to Second and Charles, and these are the two books I got. Hey, Mom. You want to say hey? These are the two books I got. We got Red Rising for my dad. So there you go, Dad. And If you guys have been following our channel, you know that I've been looking for this author right here, Robert A. Heinlein. I just bought another one of his books. I said Stormtrooper in the last video. That's a Star Wars thing. It's Star Trooper, okay? Anyway, I bought that book, but I forgot it at my house, okay? What am I doing? So I got this one at Second to Charles. I think it was like $8. Anyway, we're at the line at Chick-fil-A, so I gotta go. But I'll keep you guys updated on the rest of the day. Okay, bye-bye. Okay guys, what's up? We are finally at the ocean. We're finally at our beach hotel. Oh, I've had such a day. Sitting in the seat reading all day. Okay, so I just wanted to talk to you guys about the end of Half Sick of Shadows. First of all, what a freaking retelling. Okay, I think I mentioned this to you guys that I don't really like retellings all the time because I feel like, you know, it's a tale as old as time. We already know what's going to happen. So the retelling has to be engaging. It has to be a little different. And this definitely did that. Like, y'all, I thought I knew where this retelling was going to go. And I was like, damn, like, I don't want to know that this is the sad ending that we're always going to freaking have to face. But it definitely ended in a way that I didn't expect. And it ended a little, I don't want to tell you guys because obviously no spoilers, but like it ended a little open-ended. And I was like, so anything could happen, like Ellie Goulding. So yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I love the perspective. I already talked about all the things that I really liked about this book. I just think it was great. Like I think it was a literal great retelling because the thing with King Arthur is at the end of the day, you know what's going to happen, right? Like you know who is going to perish and who is going to make other decisions and things like that. But this was like truly such a good retelling, like honestly. So I think I'm going to rate it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think that's where I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, just like what a time to be alive. Like that was just such a good retelling. And I think if you guys really like King Arthur, you really like retellings, you want like more of a feminist angle to the King Arthur story, that's like a huge major point, I think this is the book for you. Like honestly, I had such a fun time with it. Other than that, I did want to mention to you guys, so the reason for this whole vlog is to figure out, you know, like, do we want to buy Book of the Month books? So out of the 3 Book of the Month books that I read this month, so the first one that I read was How Lucky, which I think I gave like a 2.5, like maybe a 2, maybe a 2.5. It was just not my cup of tea. It's not the perspective that I wanted. I felt like it was just a little bit not relatable in the sense of, you know, this older guy is trying to write from a 25-year-old POV, and just kind of like the references were a little bit older. It just didn't feel real to me. And also someone like living with a disability, I felt like the perspective that he wrote just like wasn't true to that. Obviously I don't have that disability, so I can't really speak for people who have that, but for me, I'm not sure if that's quite the voice that, like, I'm just not sure if that's quite right, what I agree with. So anyway, giving How Lucky a 2.5, so well, we can only go up from there, right? So after that, I read The Maidens, which I think I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars. That was pretty darn good. I mean, I really liked the silent patients, and I really enjoyed this book. I love the tie-in to the silent patients and just had a good time with it. Like, it was really, really fun. But we knew that that was going to be good. You know, like, we like the silent patient, we like the maiden. So moving on to our final book, Half Sick of Shadows. This was my first Laura Sebastian, and I had a really fun time with it. I feel like I've heard of Ash Princess so much, but I've never read it. And now I'm like, should I go back and read it? Interestingly enough, she said that she started writing this story when she was 17, when she read Tennyson's version of The Lady of Shalott. And I just think, like, what a perspective. I just really am blown away, honestly. And I don't even think it's that, like, crazy of a book, but I really love the feminist, just like different POV of King Arthur. Aren't we just so sick of Arthur? Anyway, so I had a really fun time with it. I think all in all, you know, 2 out of the 3 books I really liked. So I'm going to continue this series. If you guys are interested in knowing more about the books of the month, and if you guys should buy them, please comment down below and let me know, because I am thinking of doing more of these vlogs, these reading vlogs, because like I truly do want to know myself, you know, should we be getting book of the month? Obviously we should. But, you know, 2 out of the 3 this month I really, really liked. So do with that what you will. And yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this vlog for now. I feel like I've been vlogging for like 20 weeks. So I'm gonna wrap it, and hopefully you guys had fun kind of traveling around the freaking country with me, low-key. If you like this video, give it a like for me. Comment down below, like I said, if you guys want to see more of the book of the month reading vlogs, and you know, if you should or should not invest in them. Please subscribe if you would like to support me and Monique on this channel, and turn on that notification bell if you don't want to miss another video from us. And until our next one, which I'm sure will be coming out very soon, I will see you guys next time.